wrapping it all up, key takeaway. So where to start? So for example, I'll give you a scenario. If someone's 35-year-old, diet's okay, never really spent moderate amount of time in the gym, what would good goals be and what would bad goals be?
We would want to set goals that are mutual with that person.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things and mistakes coaches make is that we kind of get in our mind because we have the knowledge of understanding what this person needs to do.
Yeah.
And even with my wife, like I've talked to her, I've always shared my passion about fitness with her, and sharing, if we want to gain strength in our core, you just got to do this. Well, that's not personalized to her. Like maybe that's not what she wants to do, or that's not something that's going to drive her to do it. And that's just an example. But
yeah.
If I were to prescribe goals for people without including them, chances are they're really not going to be striving to achieve those goals. But with that in mind, what we do here at Victory Strength is trying to help people make SMART goals. And so it's an acronym. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. So it's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and then time bound. And so what those each mean, like specific is specific to the client and also specific to what the goal is. And I made a post recently about it. You can check it out on caleb.noble on Instagram, just about goal setting. And it kind of walks you through each one of those to make sure that the goal is, specific and it's attainable. Can you measure the outcome of it? If you can't, like if I just say, hey, I want to lose weight, there's nothing to measure there. So how much?
Yeah. And so many people do it. So many people do that, don't they? I want to get stronger. Okay.
I want to get muscle. Okay. So are we getting,
So 0.01 goal ticked. There you go. You got 0.01 kg of muscle. There you go. So that's the goal. You gain muscle.
Yeah. So it has to be specific. And then you just work your way down. If you fill that out kind of as like on a sheet of paper or whatnot, but with that, individual 35-year-old, we can talk, a little bit about that. Diet's okay. We've never really spent moderate time in the gym. Good goals. I always think starting out, every client that we talk to, how much water are you drinking a day? How much sleep do you get?
Sleep hygiene's so important. People don't realize that.
Food hygiene, exactly.
Yeah.
It's something that I've learned a lot from Marcus Philly, Revival Strength. Just learning the importance behind that and digestion. But those two things right there, water, we recommend roughly just baseline 60% of your body weight in water in ounces per day. A lot of people don't track how much water they have. I hear a lot of people maybe 16 ounces of water a day. Insane amount, little, if you really think about it. And how much our bodies truly need water in order to function properly. And then you try to add in exercise, and then they don't want to change those things. It's like, man, that's going to be a train wreck eventually.
And then when you talk about sleep, when the classic saying, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," you'll be dead soon, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's everything else. That's the crazy thing. And I get it. Like life is fast; it's continuing to increase in pace. But there's something special about slowing things down, focusing on sleep. I get it. I don't have kids. It's just my wife and I, so I don't know what that feels like to have kids.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest, there's a lot of people, my role models, Marcus Philly, man, the guy has kids. I know he runs a business, and yet he looks great, feels great, and he's continuing to do it. What happens is we just switch our priorities when we have other stress in our life. But I know for me personally, if I don't exercise, that affects other people. That affects the people I work with. Like I'm in a bad mood. Be frustrated with my wife or my family or friends or my clients. I'm not giving them my best because I'm not taking care of myself. So it has to be a good balance because I'm all for, going out, making a difference in this world. That requires hustle. It requires hard work. But if we're constantly just going, we'll eventually burn out, get injured, get sick. So those first two things for that individual in that scenario, water and sleep. How much are we doing that?
Yeah.
Because it's easy. They're simple, hard for the client, but they're simple goals, right?
Yeah.
And they're trackable and they're attainable. They're relevant And then we would set up time bounds. Okay, this, for the next 3 weeks, I want you to go to bed at the same time and get up at the same time.
Yeah.
And
actually do it. Don't just say you're doing it.
actually start to reflect on it. Okay, how do I notice a difference in how I feel?
Yeah.
But, even to go off on a tangent, I know a lot of people aspire to go to bed at the same time, but with the amount of technology and the amount of like stress in people's lives now, it's really hard to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, okay, I got to climb into bed at 8 o'clock at night. I got to prepare myself for bed if I'm not able to sleep.
That's it. You have to have a routine. Just like anything, when you go to the gym, you don't just walk to the gym or go to the gym. You have a routine. For me personally, it's drink this and then do this and then turn this music on. Like, you've got that routine. Same as when you sleep. You know it works. If you've got a routine, you're preparing, then you're going to get such better sleep, such better quality sleep. Like, being in bed is not the same as sleeping, is it?
No, it's not. Put the phone away, put the electronics away.
Yeah.
Maybe read a book, something, wind down. Truly, truly does help. And it takes time, though. You can't just do it once. But like you said, you definitely have to have those practices that are almost ritual. Like, you just do them every day, as much as you possibly can. I'm not perfect at it. And I don't think we should expect perfection out of anybody.
Yeah.
But continually getting back on track each day, trying to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. It is very beneficial for the long run of just, controlling how much energy our bodies are going to store up and how much we're going to burn throughout the day. I think a lot of people are continually living off very, very minimal sleep, and they just get frustrated with
a lot of caffeine and a lot of sugar to get them through the day.
Yeah. Yep. So people that say, I feel great throughout the day, I only sleep 4 hours, I'm like, drinking. I've got those Bang energy drinks or coffee, a couple pots of coffee. Well, that's exactly why.
Yeah.
Supplementing to keep yourself awake.
Yeah.
And me personally, this is just a personal thing for me, is I have 6 to 8 ounces of coffee, and that's the only caffeine I ever consume.
Yeah.
And I view it as I want to get energy from not only my exercise, make my body healthier, but also the food that I'm consuming and the water that I'm consuming should be enough to get me through the day. Yeah. I shouldn't supplement with coffee at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and make it 2 hours.
I see caffeine as a performance enhancer. Like, I'll drink coffee before the gym. Like, if we're out and we're going to a little coffee shop, I'll have a coffee, but I'll usually only have coffee prior to workout. Just like you said, we're big into tea over here anyway. Like, you guys, Americans are notoriously coffee and English are tea. So we drink tea, but like I see it as a performance enhancer, definitely.
Dude, you need to give me some tea recommendations. I'm willing to give them a try.
Yeah, I'll hook you up, man. I'll hook you up some links. Yeah, there's some good ones. Tim Ferriss he's an American, but he's got good tea game, and he's got loose leaf green, loose leaf black. So it's puree. I think pure is some weird pronunciation, but literally together it's pretty decent. Yeah, a bit of coconut oil to sweeten it up. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll hook you up, man.
Absolutely.
So just final couple of questions. First one is training related. I know you spoke about sleep hygiene and nutrition, which are very important. So if you did an 80-20 analysis, thinking about what 20% of exercises will give you 80% of results, what would you choose? Maybe 3 to 5 exercises?
Yeah. I would stick with, best, like you stated, best bang for your buck exercises. In my opinion, long term. And are you talking beginner or just overall?
Overall, we'll go overall, yeah.
Okay. Overall, I would stick with compound movements. I think the squatting, bench press, and the deadlift are good movements to do just to learn. But I think if you're a beginner starting out, to not just jump right in with the barbell, but to utilize dumbbells, body weight, kettlebells to supplement you through, to progress you through to those movements. Full body movements, I think, are the best bang for your buck, no doubt.
Yeah.
With a couple dumbbells, something that can help increase your heart rate a little bit, but also some strength as well. But honestly, in my opinion, even isometric contractions,
definitely.
People would probably categorize those as their top, 20%. But I think long term, I think we need to continually refer back to those.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get in a stage or like restart a program that starts out with those and they never touch base with them again.
Yeah.
And we kind of lose that. We lose, good core contractility, and that's going to affect, the other complex movements that we do down the road.
Yeah.
So definitely isometrics. I had here, air squat, goblet squat, suitcase lunges, things that are very functional.
Yeah.
Easy to use with very minimal equipment or no equipment at all, depending on your training age.
Yeah.
They can progress you into those complex movements.
That sounds good, man. I think it was Charles Poliquin who said, when all else fails, train your grip and your core. So yeah, those isometric movements and even things like carries, like you can't go wrong with some heavy carries. I mean, especially when it comes to, because although you're dual loaded, you're stepping on 1 foot at a time. You don't walk on 2 feet. You walk on 1 foot at a time, don't you? So it's almost like you're training those movement patterns, like isolaterally moving and things like that. So that's awesome, man. Appreciate that. So absolutely love talking to you, man. Like, this is literally the first time we spoke. It's brilliant. It's been wicked. Like, it's been so good. I feel like we share quite a similar pedagogy and like philosophy when it comes to training. So it's awesome. So for anyone who isn't following you or doesn't know about what you do, I know you spoke about your Victory Strength. So do you want to this is your little time to plug?
Yeah, my little plug time.
Yeah.
I haven't fully switched over to utilizing Victory.Strength's social media. Just a lot to balance. So I've just kept my own personal page. I've kind of transitioned to a business page. So it's Caleb.Noble. And that's, so I'll say that again so you can edit that. My screen went black for some reason. So it's Caleb.Noble, on Instagram. That's primarily what I use for marketing, but then it's, Victory Strength is our remote coaching, individual design, remote. So it's from here in Indiana, but we can train clients all over the world, which is really cool.
Hopefully you have some English and some Welsh and some Scottish now.
That's right.
After this, yeah.
Connection in the UK, man.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Man, we're headquartered here at our home in a tiny basement. There's nothing fancy about it.
That's quality.
Truly hope that we can just inspire. And we also have a food blog kind of page with Instagram called Feeding the Nobles.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I've seen that.
It's been exciting.
Yeah.
Really just inspire people to get back in the kitchen. I know a lot of people are doing that. We are truly happiest when we cook for ourselves and we put the right nutrients into our body. And you put that with great quality training, man, you're going to be the best.
We'll have to get back together and talk a little bit about nutrition.
Yeah.
I'm up for that. That's good. All right, man. Well, I'll catch you later anyway.
Hey, good talking with you, man. Thanks.
Yeah. See you later, man.